Hi, this is Dan Encell, Berkshire Hathaway. Today is Wednesday, February 1st. Let's talk about what's happening nationwide with real estate and then switch to what's happening locally. 2016 finished the year as the highest number of sales since 2006. So the last 10 years, that was the best year that we've had. They're projecting that the number of sales is going to increase even a little bit more in 2017. They're projecting about a 1.7% increase in the total number of sales. They're also expecting that prices are going to go up around 4% this year. So that's the projections from the National Association of Realtors. The things that are limiting sales, the inventory levels nationwide are down about 6% compared to a year ago. We're just not finding new inventory out there. And of the properties that are out there for sale, the majority of them seem to be at the higher end of the market. So the entry-level buyers are really getting squeezed right now. They're not only getting squeezed by a lack of inventory, but they're also getting squeezed by higher mortgage interest rates and higher prices. So all the way around there. But even with all that, they're still projecting an increase in the number of sales there. So what's happening locally? Santa Barbara finished January pretty average. The number of sales, 135, pretty consistent with what we've been seeing the last few years for January. It was actually up a little bit over the last couple of years, which is surprising because we had a very rain-rich month in January, which usually slows sales down. There weren't that many days when it was pretty good and available for buyers to be out looking. So I expect that the number of sales in February will probably be lagging a little bit, just largely because of weather there. New inventory, 233, pretty consistent with what we've been seeing for a January for the last few years. So what's happening in Montecito? New inventory, 49 new listings. That's quite a bit more than we've seen for a January. So we're seeing more selection. There were only 13 closed sales in January, which is very consistent with what I was saying in November and December. The year finished off very slowly in Montecito for a number of pending sales there. So not surprising that January had just a few closings there. It seems like activity's picked up quite a bit. We're seeing a lot more showings, more new escrows there. So there's always a little lag effect, but I expect that come March, April, we're going to see increases in Montecito in the number of sales. So hopefully the inventory selection will keep up with that demand there. So that's where we're at with February 1st.